In his last 10 games, Steph is averaging 31.6 assists, 5 rebounds with 49, 41, 91 shooting splits. Like I said, Steph turns 37 this month. How impressive has Steph Curry been at this stage of his career?
Okay. It's not so. It's one of the greatest basketball players we've seen, so it's not surprising that shooting don't leave. Like, that don't go nowhere. That's the last thing to go, so.
And it's a perfect era for him right now, too.
Can't touch,
shoot that many.
You can't touch him, he can shoot, and he gets to run around freely. So he's gonna be, and for them to be competing for a playoff spot, they needed him to play this way. So it's good for him, but it's needed.
Yep.
It is very much needed for him to be playing this way. So
Cemetery Larry, I see you over there, arms crossed, ready to deliver.
More impressive than the other guy.
Who, Kevin Durant?
And I'm gonna say this, the last 10 years has been the Steph Curry age.
Nah.
I don't know what y'all been talking about. This ain't nothing new, like you said. Excuse me, 2013 and
Other one, 40.
excuse me, in the garden.
25.
Come on, man. Championship after championship, and I'm beating who?
Jason
Excuse me, who am I beating?
Jason
Who is the guy that can't beat me?
Jason Tatum.
He can't beat me. Yeah, Steph's number 3.
Of what?
Steph's number 3 all time.
Greatest shooters or what?
Player.
Steph is the third greatest player of all time.
Of all time?
Yeah.
Damn.
He better than the other guy.
I don't know who the other guy is for you.
You know who the first 2 dudes are.
No, I only know one.
hey, can somebody call EMS?
Yeah, Steph.
Because this boy has
Who saved the day in the Olympics?
his boy.
Who saved the day in the
Who
Olympics?
got him there, though?
Who saved the day?
I don't want to disrespect Steph like that because
Because he's proven it. He's actually proven it.
He's one of the
Because
greatest.
you're going to have to minimize it to shooting,
No, you're not.
right?
No.
So if you don't minimize the shooting, you have to
It's
say
impressive.
You have to say he's one of the GOATs.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to minimize it just to shooting,
He is a GOAT.
his
You don't think he's a GOAT?
accomplishments and his style of play, change the game, influence, like everything that comes with the package of.
I don't know if he officially changed the game because scoring point guards came from like Gill and them
Shooting
era.
from half court, Caitlin Clark.
Gilbert.
What did Caitlin Clark do to the game? Tell me this. If Steph didn't do this to the game, what did Caitlin Clark do? Where'd she get it from? All right.
I don't know.
I think
Damian Lillard?
everybody.
All right. Where's she shooting from? She ain't shooting from there comfortably because she's seen it before Steph Curry.
I don't know. I think Dame was doing it too, though.
It's a good try.
At 37, this is impressive.
It's impressive. That's what I'm saying.
37.
Almost
this is
37.
impressive.
Steph Curry's,
the
imagine
guys
doing
that-
it 4 more years.
The guys are playing very, very great at a
Man.
later age in their career versus, that's the difference between the other generations is, these guys are holding their greatness a lot longer. I mean, obviously because of medicine, they're not drinking as much as previous generations, right? So, they're staying healthy, they got more, medicine to their disposal. So, at 37, I wanted to see like what was Reggie Miller doing at that age, what was Larry Bird doing at that age. So the fact that
Larry Bird was chilling.
He was laying on his stomach on the sideline.
so just to see that
Fathering children.
he's 37 doing this still, I mean that's really impressive.
Yes. He's playing against a bunch of dummies, too. A bunch of not high IQ basketball players as well. And they use him, Bron, Katie, they use it to their advantage like they should, right? I'm going to take
Paul?
Chris Paul, I'm going to take advantage of you because I'm smarter than you. I've been doing this longer. And he uses their naiveness and to be clever and still get his shots off the way he has and because he's lost a step probably. He's not as fast as he once was, not as quick as he once was, but it still looks that way because he's outsmarting you. He's making so.
And that's because the league was young, too. They younger, don't know too much. I think back then, there's a lot more veterans, and you doing that, somebody gonna hit you.
Pride.
Yeah. Probably gonna kick in. You're gonna be picking up full court, talking trash.
What year is you talking about? 2016? 2017?
I'm talking about once
What
the
happened in
league start
2016?
going young. Once the league start going real young and the two ways and all that start happening, I think it benefit them guys like Steph, LeBron, KD for sure.
Yeah, I ain't saying like Steph. Like he still would have got it. He's against us, against anybody. Still would have got that shit off. I ain't saying he wouldn't have. That mug, like from 2000, from my 15 years, he would have got that shit off because what he does it at a high rate and he's great at it and put himself in a position to be successful. So.
How many 57? I mean, he's 37, right?
I'll be 37 this
Oh,
month.
so it's 36.
36.
Because I was going to ask how many 37-year-olds scored 50.
Yeah.
I was about to look at Wilt.
Yeah, but
See how.
So it's,
Or
okay, let me see.
wouldn't be in. Would it?
Kobe scored 60 his last game. 38.
Is Steph the last player that's still on the same team he was drafted on? Out of the last guard, out of the old guard,
The what? They're still on the same
37,
team?
No.
Him, Giannis. You wanna?
outside of Giannis, older,
just Tatum, Brown.
Tatum, Brown,
Giannis, Steph,
Joker,
Nikola.
Cold.
Who?
Garland.
Well, he ain't been around that.
But
That
the
motherfucker
thing
been
that
in the
hurt
league
it, Kobe,
4 years.
Somebody 10
You
years.
would bring
Somebody
Cleveland.
that been-
Motherfucker been in the league 3.5 years. You just, shut up.
So list of players with 50-point games. Hold on.
At 30.
I got it right here, Joe.
Go ahead.
57 or more at
Not-
that age.
Not 57
got
or more.
LeBron and
50
Kobe.
at 37.
50 or
50.
56?
50.
Just 50.
50.
Then LeBron, Jordan, Jamal Crawford, Kobe.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
It's a nice list.
Yeah.
I noticed LeBron was on there too. It's crazy. Bashar, you say top three, so who's 1 and 2? According to Cemetery Larry.
According to me,
Yeah. Steph's 3.
Kobe Mike.
Okay.
He didn't get a chance to do all that because he was hurt. You know, I think after he got hurt, seeing him in that locker room was like he looked miserable, like he was mad, like he wanted to get out there bad, but he couldn't. And he'll rush back, but you know he's older, shit don't move the same. It was sad seeing that. But for these guys, I think, man, I ain't seen that in a minute. For real.
Steph and Curry. Steph and Curry.
LeBron James, MVP.
16 for 25 from the field is, he had that thing.
Yeah, he was.
He had that
Feeling good.
motherfucker on automatic.
Feeling good.
Feeling
And the thing
extremely
with the
good.
Warriors, they
16 for
they
25.
keep giving it to him though.
Because they got
And
Jimmy,
12 of them was
they got Jimmy and Draymond out there at the same time. He has two dudes willing to give him the
Yeah,
ball
but
while he just run around.
But it's like even when I was playing, even when Clay had it going, Steph would constantly feed him. If he close to a record, they'll constantly feed him for they to break it. Like the chemistry over there is amazing. I ain't gonna lie.
Technically, there's only a few people in the GOAT debate. Like, you got to understand what a debate is. If there's a number one, whoever number two is, unless he's an active player, he's not part of the GOAT debate.
Okay.
Because he has nothing else to gain. So if he didn't overtake the person, then he's actually out of the conversation. So there's only 3 people that's actually still in the running for a debate. It'd be LeBron, it'd be Steph, it'd be KD,
Come on, man.
it'd be
the dope.
Giannis, it'd be Jokic. Like, they're active, right? So
think the
because
GOAT-
they're active, they're
wait,
actually
wait.
still chasing something. Once you're retired, if you didn't do what you were supposed to do, you can't be part of a debate no more. Because there's nothing you can do to actually surpass the person, right? So if I did my time in, let's say, 1 minute, right, and you did it at 1-on-1, we're not competing anymore. It's just whoever's still running the race. That's actually how it's supposed to be.
They have a chance to catch.
They still have a chance.
Yeah, they still got a chance to catch.
So, like, in theory, that's how it's supposed to work.
So, I saw something the other day, somebody posted about, like, just the accolades Michael Jordan accomplished, and they talk about the injury season that he played. It was this and that. He, like, actually only played, like, 11 full seasons with the Bulls, so look at the numbers in those seasons. Like, I was like, yo, man. Like, this man was out here
During your favorite era of the 80s?
destroying.
10 scoring titles.
Big man.
See, that's it. If you take
He was
away
out
the
there
15 years,
destroying them big man.
if you take away the 2 Wizard years,
Yeah.
like you take away the year he came back halfway through the season, you take it back the hurt year,
Yeah.
he
only
led the
played-
league in
yes.
scoring.
For sure. He was
In
getting
10
Kevin
years,
Willis. He
the other
getting
year
Kevin
was
Willis.
28, and he was a rookie.
He was getting-
So, Simon Taylor, I see you
seriously.
gripping the championship.
If you really think about it,
he was
that
killing
shit
them.
at the end don't really.
He was killing David
The
Roberts.
beginning,
Shaq.
listen, dog.
What's the Mount Rushmore?
Of who?
That's Mount Rushmore is the top 4 of ever.
Top 4?
The GOATs.
The top
No,
4
just top
basketball?
4.
The top 4. Right?
Mount Rushmore is just top 4.
So they got 4 people on it.
Yeah.
Right?
The top 4 GOATs.
Well, I'm saying, so Mount Rushmore is 4 people on the thing, right? 4 heads on the mountain,
What did
right?
that for mean though?
So
4 me, it's just 4. Just
You put like you can debate who's the GOATs out of them fours.
no, just
just your top
who
4.
deserve, like,
That's-
if we was building the motherfucking the thing,
4
the mountain.
statues.
we-
Who you putting up there?
you
Top
got
4.
people out there with the harness on, they able to chisel
These
the
are the
motherfucker,
greatest
right?
the greatest,
Yeah.
Greatest.
So
four
who are we
players
putting
to
on-
ever play
Who are
the
we
game.
putting on there?
These are the forefathers of the game for whoever's picking. This has always been the
Oh, it has to.
But
Well,
they just, when you don't want to pick one person to be a GOAT, you have to pick somebody to be a part of the 4.
well, if we're
that's
doing it
why.
that way,
That's
then
not
Wilt,
accurate.
but if we're doing it that way, then Wilt Chamberlain head is definitely going on there.
And Bill Russell's head is
I have
there.
a question. So I have a question.
Forefathers.
Have we ever considered
Bob Cousy.
Karl Malone as one of the GOATs?
Probably when he was playing, he was probably considered back
I'm
then.
not saying that. I'm saying after. Have we ever considered
never
him
been in the conversation.
Top 3?
Power forwards, yes.
No, just all time.
No.
All time. I don't know.
No.
Was it?
Not in my
Steve.
conversation that I've ever
I'm
had.
talking about in our conversations.
No.
No.
In our conversations.
Widely considered the greatest power forward before.
No,
Tim
was he
Duncan's
ever
career.
considered
greatest-
part of the
one of the
GOAT debate?
GOAT level has not been in those
No.
And,
discussions.
amongst us, though. Amongst
No.
us. Fuck
No.
outside.
Amongst people who play.
Right.
No.
All right. What about Kareem?
Yes.
Yeah,
Where would he lay inside of our conversations?
you don't want to put them there, but you,
In the scope
back
of
of your mind,
basketball?
you put
In
them
what?
there.
In
Put 'em
what?
where?
In what exactly?
In your top, in your GOAT, in your GOAT
There's no-
conversation.
I don't
Your
have-
top 4. Your top
He's
4.
retired, so he can't.
So he's not in your top 4.
in GOAT debate or
Karl
top
Malone,
4.
Karl Malone and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, top 4. Are they in your top 4?
Top 4 ever.
Kareem, you can put them in there, yeah.
Top 4 ever. Kareem is top
For
4
sure.
ever. Yes.
Yeah.
Kareem,
Top 4. Yeah.
yeah.
Very
No
well.
Malone, but Kareem.
Yeah.
No Karl Malone for me.
All right, Karl Malone was number 2 all time
That doesn't matter.
That's in just
points,
one
right?
category. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
for
Never won. No.
X amount, right?
It don't matter.
Never won.
Kareem as well, X amount, right?
But
Used to,
He's
previous,
number 1.
previous title holder before LeBron.
LeBron is number 1 now.
Yeah.
Right?
Understand.
That's
Jordan was number 3, right, for a long time. Couldn't catch Karl. Everybody looked at this metric of the scoring leader
yeah.
being the metric,
No, that
Right.
was never. That wasn't
Perceivably.
actually- That wasn't no man.
perceivably.
For who?
No, that's for who?
for
who?
all times points.
But who put that metric in?
When Jordan was chasing it, and then when Kobe was chasing it,
Mike was considered, he
was
wasn't.
considered a GOAT.
regardless of what you're saying.
No, he had
Let me
18,000
continue-
points. He was
let me continue, 'cause
considered
I
a
let
GOAT
y'all
at
cook.
18,000
I let y'all
points.
cook.
Go
I
ahead.
did let y'all cook.
What I'm saying is,
I just said,
then
and I
beat-
listened.
He had,
and then
when
now
he
when
had
I want to talk,
18,000 points,
y'all wanna
he was
interrupt.
crowned the GOAT. So just understand, at 18,000 points,
I think-
he was crowned the GOAT. He won 1 championship going on to his 2. He was the GOAT with those stats.
He was
So the
crowned-
point didn't.
So-
huh?
He was crowned the GOAT
Yeah.
from the start
So
before
Michael
18.
Jordan with the 6 championships, Kareem with 6 championships, right?
Okay, I'm listening.
Right? Kareem all-time leading scorer, Jordan 3rd. George the GOAT, somehow. How?
Look good.
Kareem got more All-Stars. Kareem got more All-NBAs. Kareem got a lot more everything when it comes down to the whole conversation, statistically, accomplishment-wise, and championships. But we don't make that comparison.
You just asked
No,
me
we
if he was
put
in
him in
mine.
there.
I told you.
I
yeah.
think we
But we
put him
don't
in
make
there.
that comparison at all, right? And then
Scoring
you look at
titles.
Karl
Nobody ever
Malone. You
asked
look at
me.
Karl Malone to be the guy that was second in points, or to not even be considered the top
He didn't
power
win.
forward all time,
He didn't win.
or not even the top 5 all time.
He didn't win.
But then we got one guy surpasses everybody, and he's supposed to be just the best of all time. And he has less championships than all of the other guys.
Who?
Kareem and Jordan.
Yeah, so my top.
Kareem
And Kobe.
was number 1.
So how does you jump
Okay, so
if it's just because of points?
And then Michael,
It wasn't because of
just
points.
What
wasn't
was it because of?
Domination.
Domination?
Yes,
And what,
Kareem
this
was
era?
dominant. No,
No, I'm
Kareem,
talking about. I'm
like
talking
we're going.
about
So we're talking about of all time.
I'm talking about
Kareem
the
was the number-
conversation.
Kareem
I'm
was
talking
the
about
number one
conversation
dominant player
of
before Michael
LeBron
Jordan
James being
surpassed
more.
him.
I'm saying
So Kareem was
everyone
number
putting-
1. Kareem was
Kareem
number
was
1
one.
the whole he was number 1.
Oh, I thought there wasn't no number.
And then
I thought there was-
and then Jordan
Jordan.
and then Jordan
Oh, I
surprised
thought you
him.
said there was nobody knew, and then Jordan just happened to
You're
become.
not asking-
No, Kareem.
Are you asking-
Anybody ever asked? So Kareem was the most dominant player, singular player after Wilt.
Oh, so Wilt was
Right.
number 1.
Well, technically you had Bill Russell as number 1.
But still, because that was team success, right?
I mean, you can go and look.
Bill Russell was in the conversation because of team success, right? If they looked at the rings he had, he was in the conversation because of team success.
What about Magic?
Individual domination, you have to go with Wilt Chamberlain, right? Then comes Kareem.
Magic,
What is
Kareem, Magic and Bird.
individual
Kareem. What
domination
about Magic?
entail?
What-
Entail that to me statistically or
He
something.
had 38,000 points.
You
Yeah, he
think
averaged
Wilt?
50 points per game for a season.
Wilt first,
Wilt didn't have 38,000.
but he was the most dominant basketball
But
player.
I'm saying, what is the metric for that? What's the metric
Could
for
nobody-
the most dominant? What's that metric?
Your individual accolades.
What you mean?
That wouldn't make Wilt the most. It would make Kareem the most.
I've been.
After,
But
Kareem first, Wilt first.
Wilt is first.
Wilt
then
first.
Kareem surpassed him
Wilt was in the NBA before Kareem, yes or no?
Yeah.
a long time
Okay.
before.
Right?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm asking, yes or no? Wilt
You're saying he's the most dominant before Kareem.
Yeah.
was there
so,
first.
Wilt was in front.
Scored 100 points.
But just
Yeah. Okay, so
totality,
after-
season average,
That's what
shit
I'm
like
saying.
that. Like,
Average.
So after
27
Kareem got
rebounds.
there,
and Kareem,
Kareem is now the most dominant ever. Correct?
and then
Kareem.
Correct?
When he ends,
Are we correct?
When he ends his
Yes.
career in '88.
Right, and he's the most dominant ever.
89,
Why?
because he's production.
Production, points,
Just
championships,
production.
all
MVPs,
NBAs,
Production, all of it.
everything.
All of it, production.
He's the greatest
Overall
of all
production.
time.
So we-
Since what year? When did DeCap retire?
So we're gonna
1989.
put all of it.
1989.
So we don't have to keep going, but we're gonna put everything that we talking about with everybody that comes, we're gonna put in the fucking ball. We know championships, MVPs, defensive player, everything is in what we're talking about.
Signature
for
move.
great. No, fuck signature. We ain't talking about no fucking
metric.
signature move.
Think
Talking about
all
fucking
individual accolades
Like,
first.
individual shit
and
that
then
they
your
accomplished.
championship
You
is
put it in there with it. Put it in there with it, right?
Okay, the real answer is this.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest of all
I don't
time.
know, man.
Okay,
Michael
that's-
Jordan looked nice.
That-
Hold on.
That's
You asked me. Yes. Okay.
Technically,
cool.
I've said that 100 times. I said the person who actually got screwed, whenever y'all talk about
Yeah.
GOAT debates,
People
y'all
don't believe-
used rings as a measuring stick to hold everybody back. Like, nah, he got 6. When he got the crown over Kareem, he didn't have none of those. He only had one ring, a few MVPs, and they took the crown. They took a crown and said, "You are the greatest ever." While Kareem had this accolade of what's the name. So now
Who is they?
people complain and talk about you can't be the GOAT unless you have 3 MVPs. Like, wait a minute. The person who has it, he didn't even have it when he got the crown. He only had 1 MVP at the time. He only had 18,000 points. He only had 1 finals MVP when he was named a GOAT. So to open up the conversation, it has to start when he got it. You can't just wait till he finished his career and then say, well, you can't be in this GOAT debate unless you have 4 finals, 4 MVPs, 4 championships. Like, no, because he didn't have it when he got it.
Do impact count?
No, you can't measure impact. That's
Like shoes and all that. Yeah, you
Cultural
can-
relevance.
Cultural relevance,
it's
yeah.
your
But that-
it's
If
your
you do,
pure
then that's cheating.
accolade.
Like you can't. That's cheating.
It's a pure.
How?
It's
They
pure
sold fucking
I hear
Kareem.
you.
They
I-
sold
Nick, I-
Kareems. They sold Magic.
I hear you.
It's
Yes.
your body.
I hear you,
of
but we're
work
just talking about on the floor. I
It's
hear you.
floor.
Yes, but we're just talking about on the floor.
It's the floor.
Right. We're
man.
talking about
That's-
between that 94-50.
So
If you
But
sell
that made
so you're
him
saying all
though.
accomplishments.
That made him the.
So we
GOAT,
just saying
though.
accomplishments, right?
That made him the
Basketball
GOAT.
accomplishments.
Jordan.
Points.
got to go to
All right.
90. though.
Like all.
Thank
so
you,
listen,
because he
Hold on,
was
I got
if we
it.
haven't,
his
I got
all
it.
that flying shit was
I
cool
got
and
it.
everything
Right
everybody
here.
did.
If
I
we
got
don't
it right
li-
here.
hold on, if we don't listen
what
to
do you
the
have,
masses,
Cemetery
and
Larry?
I got you. If we don't, I'm gonna let you. If we don't listen to the masses and we have a real basketball, honest about the history of the game, no bias, no
People
bullshit.
don't like to put
right?
Kareem in it because
They-
it's in the back of their
the
mind.
back- but if we really do it,
yeah.
it's only a like. He has to be.
He's in. He
I'm
gotta
saying
be.
like
He's
that
been
just-
two the whole
that's what
time.
it is.
Like
so
he
that's-
was two.
He was one. Then Mike.
he was one, then Mike.
But
Then
the
Mike.
big-
They gave it to
everybody
Mike
metric.
prematurely.
The big man
Let's just
is
say it
not
like that.
like
What you
a
got?
sexy position though.
What I'm
That's
saying
all.
is it was Kareem. They gave Mike the crown prematurely.
Because
His career ended,
It's a-
and then it makes sense now. But when he got it,
So what
he
you
got
got?
it too early compared to his stats and Kareem's stats.
Mr. Cemetery
But if you
Larry.
go and look at the accolades, yes.
It's because it's a prettier.
Go ahead, Shaw. What you got
It's
for us?
just his accolades. Dog. He has 10 fucking scoring titles.
It don't
There's-
matter.
It,
It still don't pass Kareem.
it do.
Oh my God.
Let's try it like this. What is the most important award in the NBA? When we're talking about you as a player, MVP, correct? MVP is the Don Dada. Okay, that's one. How many points you want to put on that? You want to put 10? We're going to say that's 10. Now, what's the opposite of that? Defensive Player of the Year. That's on the defensive side, that's the MVP. We can give that 9, right? Scoring title, 8. And then you go like that, and then you count it up, and then see how many points people account for.
Mr. Cemetery Larry, you have the phone out. What would you like to offer to this discussion? Okay, I see.
Wipe his nose.
Wipe your nose.
Wipe his nose.
You all right?
Yeah.
You sure? You sure?
Yeah.
6 championships apiece. Kareem, 6 MVPs. Jordan, 5.
Wipe it.
Scoring titles, 2. Jordan, 10. Kareem, 38,000. Jordan, 32.
That's not it. Just the accolades.
Scoring average, Kareem, 24-6.
That's not an
Jordan,
accolade.
30.
That's not an accolade.
NBA All-Star selections, 19. Jordan, 14. NBA All-NBA team selections, Kareem, 15. Jordan, 11.
Kareem played longer, though.
Defensive recognition, Kareem 11, all defensive, Jordan 14. Finals MVP, Kareem 2, Jordan 6. Longevity, 20 years, Jordan 15. Conclusion. If we were to focus purely on longevity, total career stats, consistent dominance, Kareem may have the slight edge because of his sustained excellence over 2 decades and his ability to excel in both scoring and defense. Both players are legends, and the answer is ultimately depend on your aspect of basketball greatness you value more. Longevity, statistical dominance, or peak performance and final success for Jordan. If we prioritize peak performance and offensive dominance and ability to deliver championships and finals, Jordan might be considered the greater player, given his 6-0 record in the finals and 10 scoring titles.
Okay, that has no accolade about what your record is. It's just, okay. MVP is that's first. What does he have? So MVPs, what does Mike have? 5. Kareem has 6, okay? Defensive Player of the Year, how many does Kareem have?
Man, what are you saying?
How many Kareem does? He has none? Jordan has 1. Okay. Third was scoring titles. Kareem has 2, Jordan has 10. Okay, so how many of the 2 and 3 surpassed that 1 MVP he has? All right, next, first team All-NBA. Kareem has 7, Jordan has 10. Right? That's the 4th category. 5th category.
All NBAs he had? Yeah.
You said
Seven.
total.
First team is
You
next.
said total.
First team.
He's giving you by team.
I'm giving you first team.
Trying to wiggle out of this.
Don't all NBA count though? Like it don't have to
But
be
first, second, third
First
team.
team is
Trying to
you're the
wiggle out
top
of
5. So first team is the next category. The next category, 5th, is first team all defense.
But how many in all do they have together though? Like second team, third team.
Kareem.
Do you count that? There's a list. There's an actual list on how they do this. It's not just random, and it's not all of it together. So if you have 10 first teams, right, and you have 10 all NBAs, I have 10 third teams all NBA. We're not on the same level. We're not even in the same building.
But if you got-
you
that's
are,
all, that's
you,
all
if you got
moving
seven,
the
you
are
goalpost.
in a building
That's
by
called
yourself
moving the
with your
goalpost.
10.
How many
That's
do
called
Jordan got
moving the
all
goalpost.
together though? That's what I'm saying.
What score?
Scoring
all
time.
NBAs.
All NBAs, he has 11. So 10 of them was first team, right? So that's the next category. Then first team defense, that's the
And
next
Kareem
category.
has 7 of them,
7 first team.
but he got 14 overall.
Yes.
7 first
Some
team.
of those
what?
is going to be second or
What'd he
third
say?
team.
He said Kareem had what?
He got
says-
14. He got.
It says first team. How many first team?
First team what?
All NBAs.
Kareem had 15.
First team.
10 first team. Jordan 10 first team.
I think he won that one.
This goes.
And then he had 5 second team.
So let's.
Kareem had 5 second team.
I think
Jordan
he
had 1
won that
second
one.
team.
Hey, let's put a pin in this right now because our next topic is going to deal with a
And
little
then
bit
how
this
many
as well.
first team all defense?
So we
5
got
first teams and 6 second teams.
And how many
had
Jordan?
9 first
How many
teams,
Jordan?
5 second.
Where's that again? Jordan had what?
9 first teams,
Okay.
5 second teams.
And then category 6 will be all-star MVP.
No, it ain't no category at all.
That is a category.
No, it's
not on your little computer, but in their voting.
So
it's an
we-
individual award. No, I'm sorry, not in the I'm sorry, in Chat GPT.
So we would count All-Star MVP
Yeah, All-Star-
over
Not on
the
my little
point?
broke ass
No,
little computer.
All-Star MVP.
You broke ass nigga.
Then it goes.
Get your fucking money up,
about
nigga.
what-
Get a calculator like mine.
Think about what I'm saying. All-Star
Fuck.
MVP is a singular.
Underdog, I need to get my money up.
So All-Star MVP is a singular award amongst
yeah,
the
you can
greats.
put it on the wall.
No, amongst the top. So that's in front of actual making the All-Star. So it goes All-Star MVP, and then it goes second team All NBA. Right? Because
Okay.
that's top 10. Remember, the NBA All-Star game is top 24. So top 10 is in front of All-Star. Then you got Finals MVP. Final MVP is ranked higher than the championship.
So you said All-Star is over second team, all second team?
No, second team is before All-Star.
Oh, about to say, okay.
All right. Well, let's keep this thing.
Before All NBA.
Let's keep this thing-
There's a ranking. It's a ranking.
So the points don't count. If I got all the points.
All the points I count at some point.
38,000
But I'm just saying you're getting
38,000 to
you're getting
32,000.
ranked off of the accolades you get, and then everything else trickle in. So there's a points there. You get a certain amount of points on, let's say, runner up to MVP.
The other guy
You know what I mean?
played 20 years.
You got to get points for everything, and
But-
that's what people don't understand.
So what would you say with LeBron, since he got the scoring
He
record?
should
Do
have
that
retired.
count?
That's
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
later. Those are not. It's an award first.
All right. Well, let's keep this thing moving. We got it.